Hey folks, this is Pablo Mike 0 Papa Quebec Alpha, and I'm going to show you what I think is the best portable radio kit that fits in here. So let me start. This is a sling pack by St. Javelin Gear, definitely 100% made in Ukraine, and definitely 100% the best sling that is now on the market, available on the market right now. These patches are from Forward Pack Control, and I highly also recommend them. They are fantastic. So let's start a little bit with what we have on the main bag, and this is where our HF and VHF capabilities are, just cables, power supplies, and whatnot. The fantastic QRP Labs QMX that works over USB-C just with a phone, and you can do FT8 with that. For power, I'm using this battery pack. Now the question is, how are you going to do this? So most of the time you can use a trigger cable, such as like this, USB-C on one side and then the battery plug on the other. Now I understand that some of you may not feel comfortable with this because 12 volts and the radio should not take more than 12 volts. So I also patched together this, which is effectively the same thing, but you have full control over what voltage the radio will receive. So 11.9, 11.8, so you never exceed the 12 volts and you don't blow the ends. A rain jacket, just because rain jacket is always good. And then the VGC VRN76. I love this radio. This is the radio that I use the most. Plugs with your computer, well, connects over Bluetooth with your computer, and this is the one that I'm using most of the time. For antenna, I'm using the little Nagoya 773. This extends like this. Sorry, let me put this here. So you can have it on your radio like this. And whenever you want to deploy the antenna, you can just extend it. If this is not enough for your use case, there's another fantastic antenna that I have been using, the EL800 VHF UHF. And the thing with this antenna is that it's massive. Like really long. I don't know how long this is, but if this is too much for you, you just can use it when deploying, when you are not moving, and then use the short stick when you're on the go, and you don't have to worry about breaking it or damaging the antenna port or anything like that. So these two come in one pack. This is a single antenna, whichever one you prefer. I have all the cables and wires and the microphone by, I think it's G7 UFO. These microphones are fantastic. I have this in a couple of colors, and then earplugs and whatnot. And finally, just in case that I have to recharge, I have a basically universal power supply that has USBs, various types of USBs on the back. Now for the antenna. Let me move this aside. This is one of my favorite antenna ever. The QRP guys, no tune and fed half weight. You just plug 50 ohms in here, half wire, half wave wire over here, and it shows the approximate dimensions in here. This antenna is fantastic, especially because of the small footprint. Have a mini antenna cut here for 20 meters. But if you are a little bit more, you don't want to get limited by the number of wire, or you don't know what wire you're gonna get, this is the antenna that I will recommend. This is effectively a tuner. So you move this from tune to operate, or from operate to tune, and then this is effectively just a manual tuner. You plug the antenna here, your quarter wave counterpoising here, and this is also manufactured by QRP guys. It operates in 40 to 10, anywhere between these. You just do the things, and when you get the tune, there's a little bit of SWR that just switches on. So that's it. All right. Right, but you want to do the MR, for instance, fantastic. My recommendation is always going to be the Anytone 878, whatever number, whatever model this is. But this doesn't have digital. My recommendation for digital is the Mobilink TNC4. This is just a fantastic piece of gear and works every single time. And both the Mobilink and the QMX can be plugged directly into your computer, so you can do FT8, FT4 on this using this fantastic new app called QFT8. It's just by a coworker of mine. Just fantastic how it works. You just plug the radio to your phone using a USB-C cable, and it takes over control. Just basically full cut control, full TX, RX capabilities. And the TNC, you know how this works. This is just over Bluetooth, and you can use this with WOAT, WinLink over on Android phones, or you can use that with APRS-Fi. So yeah, that's it. I think that for the price, yeah, it's certainly expensive. I have to admit that. I spent quite some time putting this together to get my favorite gear in just one very tiny piece of bag, but fits exactly my use case. If this works for you, please let me know, and I will take your recommendations too. All right, take care everyone. M0PQ8 clear.